Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody has had a great day and has had a good evening. So, this video is in regards to Blip Billboards, and at this time, Muddy Waters and myself will no longer be using Blip Billboards to do our missing people digital billboards. Um, at this point, we are just having too many issues with the information that goes on the billboards and the space that is allowed. And basically, there's not a lot of room on them. You have three different ways you can do a Blip billboard. You have the basic one, you have a middle grade, and then you have a top grade, basically. Um, each one you're allowed so much space. The entry level one is absolutely free. It doesn't cost anything to do the board. You design it yourself. The middle board, there's some different I'm not sure the correct word to use. They have some that are like pre-made, and you basically can put your picture in there and your information. And then the top of the line, basically, you pay them to design the board. I want to say the top of the line is around $100, and then you have your daily, what you want to spend on the billboard. Excuse me. When I started working with Blip Billboard, I can honestly say it was great. I was pretty hyped about it. Um, we started off, and I started off with Randy Leach, his billboard. And then I moved on to other ones. And for the most part, it was a great working relationship. Blip Billboards basically rents space on digital billboard, and then of course you rent space from them. Um, some areas, like the Kansas City metro area, they have around 8 boards. Some of the other areas, there could be a couple boards, and then you get into some areas and there's just no boards. Hello, Crystal. Hope you're doing well. Um, so, a lot of places, it actually works out great because we have cases in a lot of areas and they have boards that we can work with. There's a lot of areas, unfortunately, there is no boards on some of the cases. so, like I said, last year I had started out with the Randy Leach case out of Linwood, Kansas. And the closest board to Linwood, Kansas is on I-70 near the Legends complex off of I-70. I guess we could say it's about 20 minutes away from Linwood, maybe 20, 25. So as over time has passed, the last 2 or 3 months, I started having lots of issues with Blip. And in a way, it's not so much as Blip as it is the board owners. I used to be able to put on there a picture of the person that was missing, and we'll perfect example is Randy Leach's board. I would have a picture of Randy, and I would put, "Where is Randy?" And I would put, "Missing from Linwood, Kansas, 1988. Simple as that. Then it became, well, we want you to put your guys' name on there. And I'm like, okay, well, there's not enough room. And then it became, we want you to put your guys' email on there. So then I had put the emails. And then I couldn't put missing from Linwood, Kansas. I would have to reword it, like vanished, because you're only allowed so many text or individual letter or number. So this was becoming a problem, and I could work with, their customer service per se, and we would talk about it, and they would tell me, okay, well, this board owner wants you to do this. Well, this board owner wants you to do that. Well, then I would do 4 boards, let's just say 3 or 4 boards for different people all across the United States, and I wouldn't have any issues out of boards in like New York or Tennessee. Uh, Another example is Rachel Conger. Um, Unbelievable amount of advertising for her boards, for that lady's situation. Never had issues, not one. But up here in the Kansas City metro, I was starting to have nonstop issues, and then they wanted me to start getting waivers signed. I had that come up once, and then they wanted written permission from the parents of people. I'm like, come on, some of these people are 60 years old. I said, I don't have to ask permission. Um, and it was just one issue after another, and it's been getting worse and worse. Well, the last 2 weeks, I had tried to do a digital billboard for Derrick Collins on the billboard by the Legends Complex, which is the closest digital billboard to Leavenworth, Kansas. It's the same board that I've done Randy's on. Well, this time I put, the picture of Derrick, which is pulled from Google. It's a public image. I put Dennis's phone number on there. I put, where is Derrick? I put the date, missing since, and the board owner has denied it, and I've tried changing it. And I'm over it. I've spent a lot of money with Blip Billboards trying to do this and try to get help for these families. And I have made it very clear to them that, who we are. I have told the customer service to tell the board owners to look up, Muddy Waters Search and Recovery to see that this is legit. I've tried so many different things. Well, about, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, we actually got a lead on the Randy Leach case for California. I won't go into all the details tonight. We'll save that for another episode. But the details seemed pretty legit. It was very interesting to hear this story. And the area in which this person, which was made to us to believe in, which truly sounds like it could be Randy, was in the Hollywood area. The same exact area where the National Geographic's issue that's always been in question, in that same exact area. So I had put up 2 months ago digital billboards all around Hollywood, Fresno, Hawthorne, quite a few areas basically, I think about a 25 miles diameter, circumference around Hollywood, West Hollywood area. And I put Dennis's phone number on there, and I put the picture from the National Geographics that shows the person in interest, which a lot of people say looks like Randy, and the other guy that was sitting on a bench. And I used that picture and I said, "Can you identify us? Please call this phone number." And it ran for a whole week. I can't remember off the top of my head how many a blip. So a blip is every time it flashes and is on for 7 or 8 seconds. I can't remember the number, how many, but it ran for a week. And as Dennis and myself and the group was discussing this whole situation, we were really excited. And believe it or not, we didn't get a call, not one call. And I kind of really thought we would, because if you're from, Sunset Strip and you see that picture up there, you would be able to probably identify it. So anyways, I tried doing it again last week, and now the board owners are denying me from running the boards. They want me to provide the name of the two people that's sitting on the bench. And I said, I can't provide you that name because I don't know who they are. And that's the simple reason why the other digital billboard said, "Can you identify us? And please call this number." Blah, 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 blah. And they basically said, no, we couldn't do it this time. So I guess in my mind, what good does it do for Muddy Waters to continue the relationship with Blip Billboards at this point if they're not willing to work with their billboard people that they are renting space from to say, "Hey, look, this is a guy with a missing people's group and they are trying to find missing people. We're not trying to scam nobody. We've added phone numbers, we've added emails. I've done everything they can ask to a point where financially it will be too expensive to do it." And it's pretty upsetting because, we have done a lot. I've done a lot of cases over the last probably 8 months, 10 months at this point. Not quite a year, but now every single board that, I have tried to do recently, they deny it. And they deny it. And, half the time it's boards that have already ran and I just duplicate it and rerun it. And that's what I've told customer service people. I said, this makes no sense when I sit here and work with customer service and tell them that these boards have already ran. Why is the board owner now changing their mind and saying, no, we can't do this? It's like they're trying to make it impossible for us to get the word out and get these missing people's pictures out, and we're not getting anywhere. So, I guess the short end of the stick is what we're getting, I feel. And it's really sad because I really enjoyed working with Blip Billboards and getting, the people's pictures out there all across the United States, because I've done them all over, where we could do cases. I had tried doing them. And I just even noticed a couple days ago that, they've been adding billboard. They've actually been adding more billboard owners to their list, and they're adding billboards, which will help us in the long run because they're adding billboards that are closer to other missing people in other states where before there was nothing remotely close to get the word out. So, hey, Mac, I can tell you this. They When I had worked with the customer service people, they have a program that if you are a nonprofit, and if Dennis was on here, Dennis could help me out with this. But I think it's a 5013C or 50C13 nonprofit. If we did our paperwork and presented that paperwork to Blip, Blip will match whatever I paid them dollar for dollar as long as I prepaid. So basically, if I prepaid $100, they would give me $200 in credit. If I paid $500 for advertising for the month, they would give me $1,000 credit. So, yeah, I mean, they did try to help, but in the end of the scenario is we're just one person trying to advertise, and in the grand scheme of things, we're just one person, and we will be replaced by somebody else tomorrow. So, the board owners don't care. I would say it's more the board owners who either don't want the stuff on their digital billboards. I don't know if they think it's, for legal reasons or it's for, I honestly don't know. I really don't. But at this point, I can officially say I had talked with Dennis. I had brought it up in our group chat that I'm just done with him because what good does it do for me to keep doing this and trying to get them to pass, and in the long run, I have to pay $100 for them to design it, or I got to pay somebody else money to design it, to cram all this crap on a digital billboard. And when you're flying down the road 70 miles an hour, all the writing is so small you can't read it. That doesn't do no good. We can put everybody's pictures up there, but if there's nothing you can read, it doesn't do no good because it just doesn't. The entry level digital billboard design that you design by putting a picture in, and the text is actually decent sized text that you can read. I've had a lot of people told me, hey, we saw Randy's digital billboard. Another one that we did a lot for was Star Boomer out of Kansas City, Kansas. Her family has reached out to Dennis and personally thanked him for us doing the digital billboards. It works. If the families, are in a certain area and they see it, and Star Boomer's digital billboard was only like a mile and a half from where she supposedly was at the night she disappeared, right off of 635 by the rail yards, right by the Turner area in Turner, Kansas, which is a part of Kansas City, Kansas suburbs. So we know it works. There was an issue that was brought up, a while back with the Randy Leach case, and some of the family on a chat thing brought it up, and they were thanking the family for doing the digital billboards on I-70. And I spoke up one night and I said, no, that's not the family doing it. I said, that's me. That's Muddy Waters, putting Randy's picture up there, week after week, month after month, off and on for the last 8 months. That's been us doing it. So I know throughout, the last basically 8-10 months. We've discussed it on a lot of our live shows, and we've brought it up, and I've tried to get other people interested in it. But at this point, I just don't think I can move forward with Blip Billboard, as myself, as Muddy Waters, trying to help. Because if the digital billboard owners don't want to work with the customer service representatives from Blip, then in the end, I guess they're going to lose out, on my money that, pays for these billboards. So, yeah, we'll look at some other stuff. So, hopefully, I do know that over in the Liberty, Missouri area, there is a digital billboard up on the highway, and I did happen to drive by and saw that it had missing people on it. It had 3 different faces, and it said, "Have you seen this person, this person, and this person?" It said, "Call this number." That digital billboard was not owned by Blip. I do not know who owned it. So I will try to do some more investigation into that part and see what we can find out. But so, yeah, Mac, hopefully we can find somebody else to work with and move on. So, but this was just a quick little update. It's been quite a while since I've been on by myself. I do apologize because it's been months and months since I've done the missing people's cases. So I really apologize. I've just been really busy and trying to get projects done, this and that. So, but anyways, hope everybody has a good Friday tomorrow, and more than likely we will be on Sunday night unless something happens. But we should be on Sunday night. So everybody have a good day at work tomorrow, and have a good Friday and a good start to the weekend. And we will see you all on Sunday night. Have a good night. Thank you.